Live from Codfish Hollow Barnstormers in Maquoketa, Iowa, it's Buffalo Buffalo. It's Buffalo, 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 yeah! Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Buffalo Buffalo. I am your Buffalo in charge, the Buffalo of ceremonies this week, Pake, and my fellow Buffalo brethren-o, sister-o, I don't know where I'm going with this, Jeff, Jerry, Daphne, as always.
Yay!
We're not mixing it up. We're just doing the same old bullshit as always.
Same old Buffalo shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was about to correct you, but Jeff did it for me.
All right, good. All right, so yeah, it's another week, another show, and another Dropout ripoff. I didn't do that last week. But you know what? When we love something, we give it homage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
All right,
I just
hop into
not like hop to it. I just mean like you said.
I don't want to talk to you guys anymore. I'm fucking done. Let's play the game and move on.
Done with this shit.
Come on, guys. How are you? Like, how's your week been?
It rained today, so I am so freaking happy.
It does occasionally
one
rain
of your
in California. Yeah.
Yeah. You got one of your two for the year.
Yeah, I got one of the two days of rain for the year.
Good.
Yeah. It's been kind of rainy, cloudy, whatever. It's that kind of rain that is just annoying more than anything else. Especially for those of us with glasses, where you go outside and it's not enough to need an umbrella or anything, but it's just enough to constantly make your glasses stained with water.
Uh-huh.
So, yep.
That's why, Jeff, and that's why I put my glasses in my pocket.
I do if it's raining enough, but it's like, when it's I'm talking about that, like, light mist kind of thing. You know? Like, and it's just, it's like, when it's like being at the produce section of a supermarket, It's that kind of mist thing.
Oh, is that when, like, the little storm thing goes off with the thunder sounds?
Yeah. We just have those that blow out outside patios at restaurants and bars and breweries and stuff around here during the summer. It's just like, we're just going to spray you with kind of warm water.
Which is good, because when it's like 120% humidity, what you want to do is add more moisture into the atmosphere. More moisture to the air,
No, see, those are perfect around here because the humidity level's like about 10% here.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Here it works, but...
Yeah,
especially in Central Valley, but...
Yeah, and here, those things are spraying, you're not getting wet. Not for anything, because you barely get anything on you, so...
Yeah.
It just boils in midair.
I was going to say that's exactly it.
Why is the air just so hot? I don't know.
The air is steam.
Well, the S word's been tossed around here.
Salad?
Lately.
Shit?
No.
Have we been throwing shit around? Oh, okay.
Oh, no, that was a couple episodes ago.
We're buffalo, not monkeys.
I'm just trying to think of an S word that you toss, and I mean...
That's a whole other podcast, man. That's something completely different. We do not toss salad here.
No. But do we scramble eggs? No.
Pake, that's Buffalo After Dark. Come on. That's the bad podcast.
You have to pay extra for that one.
Patreon.com
/ Buffalo After Dark.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we need to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we need more people to listen first. Yeah.
Oh, God. Anyways, snow.
Yeah, we may get snow as early as Thursday.
Very exciting.
But by the time this episode comes out, we probably will have had 3 or 4 blizzards at that point.
Which is good. I love going to Dairy Queen.
Yeah. It's good.
I'm getting the look.
Gong. It's the death stare. We do shing dagger sounds or something. Oh, man. Yeah, my voice might be a little nasally or whatever. I've been sick this week, so I'm just off the top ish, being like, "Yeah, have you noticed?" It's like he sounds a little stuffy. Yeah, I am.
Pake is on
I'm
a
dealing with
cocktail of cold medicine and whiskey.
Yes.
Yep.
Double dose
How's
of
that going?
Zyrtec, some Mucinex, some whiskey, all of it. Just trying to get by. And also recording like 3 podcasts basically in a row tonight, so it's doing real good wonders for my voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Just
everything.
and you're hosting too, so you get to keep talking.
Yeah, you're right. But yep, I do it for the love of the game. Yeah, which speaking of game, yeah, let's go ahead and get to it, I think. Yeah, because this week is going to be a little fun. You guys gave me a bunch, and we're probably definitely not going to get through all of them, so maybe I'll hold on to them, and we'll do a part 2 at some point. But as I teased last week with the Dropout stuff, for those who don't know, Dropout.tv, great streaming service, a lot of really great original shows and stuff on there, like kind of improv shows and comedy stuff. And one of my favorites is a show called Dirty Laundry, and I'm just 100% ripping that off. Give a great thanks to Sam Reich and Dropout TV, and Lily Dew and Grant O'Brien for hosting and bartending that show, and doing great things with it. So I took that idea, and we're going to go ahead and roll right into it. So what we're doing, the game is, I asked these 3 players to send me a list of dirty laundry, of secrets, of things about them in their life. Could be good, bad, indifferent, whatever, but just things that are interesting, that could have stories behind them, that they can tell in due time. But kind of in a way to where maybe they're not so easily able to be guessed that it's them that did those things. And I've taken those little prompts that they gave me and shortened them or changed them a little bit to fit the format of who did this thing. But basically what we're going to do is I will read out the secret, the prompt, the thing, and then it is up to the 3 players to talk about it. They can kind of joke with each other a little bit, point fingers at each other, try to figure out who the joke belongs to, or not the joke, who the secret belongs to. And then make their final guesses. The point system goes as follows. If you guess the correct person the secret belongs to, you get 1 point. If you are the person that the secret belongs to and you successfully fool the other 2 players and neither of them guess you, you get 3 points. So do whatever you can to lie, cheat, steal, mislead others in other directions, keep the blame off of you, or put it on yourself if it's not you. If you want to save somebody else or keep somebody else from getting a point, so
not sure
do
if
what you can.
Stealing is going to be helpful at all, but I'm game to try it just to see if it helps.
You can try. So yeah,
I was just thinking you want us to be Eddie Guerrero.
right. That's Viva la raza. So I have a hat full of secrets I'll pull from for you guys. And I might have been a little cheeky and thrown in a few of my own secrets as well, so you might have to try to guess me. There might be some stuff that's mine. So without further ado, we'll get to it. I'll go ahead and pull the first, which is, who made king cakes for work and forgot to add the baby to one?
Shameful.
That sounds like Jerry.
Shameful.
Because he's the one out of the 4 of us that cooks.
Well, I did see Jeff make the overnight oats, so he does cook as well.
I can soak oats
the
in
culinary
milk.
masterpiece that is overnight oats.
It's kind of like making cereal.
You just put milk in it, Jerry, and put it in the fridge overnight. It's not actually putting a pot on the stove.
Oh, so
it's not
just
oatmeal.
Oh.
It's not actually overnight oats. It's oats overnight.
Yeah, it's different. It's a whole different world.
It's very
not
different. The
same
words
thing.
are in a completely different order.
Yeah.
I have to explain that to people sometimes because I get them too, and it's like, no, it's not like overnight oats. It's a different
They're
thing.
oats that are overnight. It's a very different concept.
It is. It really is, though.
Wait a minute. You're baffling the buffalo here. I was like, I don't see the distinction here. It's like you put it
overnight oats go into a slow cooker for overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Oats overnight go into a glass or shaker, and you pour milk in it and let it sit for 8 hours.
Yep, not the same thing. And Oats Overnight is actually a brand name as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, since we've got off on that, I
Yes.
think final guesses on...
I'm going with Jerry because he's the only one.
I'm going with
Of
Pake.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going
Jerry.
with Pake on this one.
Okay, so Daphne votes Jerry, Jeff votes Jerry, and Jerry
I'm
voted
voting
me. All right. So, who made king cakes for work and forgot to add the baby to one? Will the person who this secret belongs to say, hey?
Hey,
Yeah. That's right. That is a Daphne one.
I should
taking
have,
a sip of
you
your
know,
drink is a dirty laundry way, but, you know.
I have a
doesn't
liquid death tonight.
Yeah. So that is 3 points for Daphne to start the game.
You know, we got off on that
Right on.
tangent, and before that, I was thinking, Jerry, it's too obvious. I feel like, it's got to be somebody else, but then we got talking about oats, and I forgot what I was thinking.
All right. Is there any more to the story you want to share, Daphne, or is that pretty much it?
Okay, so it was a work thing, and it was Halloween, and we decorated our cubicles up like Mardi Gras, and
The classic Mardi Gras Halloween.
why not? So yeah, and so it was a contest, and we went very far deep. Like, we took paint and painted bricks. Like, it was set up like Bourbon Street. It was very cool. However, when we did the cake, the baby, the little plastic baby that's supposed to go inside, did not get added, so
Went missing.
it went missing. So we had a problem.
So nobody got the baby, and everybody was sad.
Nope. Because that's how I think you crown the king
Yeah.
and queen of Mardi Gras.
I think that sounds right.
Something like that.
Is king cake. Yeah.
Never done it.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Awesome. Again, like I said, Daphne, 3 points to start the game. Again, I'm pulling these from a hat. I've got the prompts on here, so they're completely random, so it could be the same person multiple times in a
Could be.
row. Could not see somebody for a little bit. You never know. Next one we're going to go with here. Who lied about a friend's injury for a very long time after it happened in a place they shouldn't have been?
Wow, that's a good one.
Oh
That's a
my
big one.
God.
Well, I don't have friends,
That's-
so it wasn't me. So I just pay you guys every week to hang out with me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, man.
I really appreciate
Speaking
it.
of that, my Venmo has not gone through today.
Shit,
so.
sorry about that.
I was going to tell you.
Why do I think it has to be like Pake?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me why you think it has to be like Pake?
Yeah, why would you think it was me?
Because I feel like Pake is a bit mischievous.
Ooh, me?
I feel like
Yeah.
you are a bit mischievous too.
Me?
I know. No, you're an
I'm an
angel.
angel. I haven't
Look
put
at those
any
little
of it
angel horns sticking out of the
No. She's got a halo, but it's full of barbs.
Yeah.
barbed wire halo.
No. I feel like it's Pake. I do. I feel like it's something that he and his friend, maybe Jeff or one of the others, got up to something.
Can you read it one more time, Pake?
Who lied about a friend's injury for a very long time after it happened in a place they shouldn't have been?
That sounds like a youthful misadventure to me.
It does.
Yeah.
That sounds like a youthful Texan misadventure to me, too.
Really? Nah, we don't ever do anything crazy in Texas. It's a very chill place here.
No, you build stadiums with the windows facing west.
Why? Why is that a thing? Oh my god.
Alright, so
All right, final guesses in on...
That's fake.
I'm going Daphne
I'm gonna go with Pake. Why are you going me? Why would you pick me?
because I'm picking you.
All right. And then, Daphne, what is your
Right.
final guess?
Oh, it's you.
Okay. Well, will the person who lied about a friend's injury for a very long time after it happened in a place they shouldn't have been, make yourself known?
It was me.
Yep.
What?
Damn it, Jeff! I wanted more points. Why are you taking the points away from me?
Because I told you, it sounded like you.
Nothing
It sounded
at
like
the
you.
top.
Because
Why?
you're a mischievous type.
Okay.
You're the type. Here's what it is. You are the type who would lie for a friend. You know?
I lied to keep myself safe and my friends
but
safe.
you know what I mean? Like, you're the type that's not going to go, you know what, just cut them loose and go, they were doing this and I told them not to. And,
no.
Which is what I would do.
Okay.
Which is probably why I don't have friends.
Right.
So, we were having a new foundation and addition added on to our house.
Why were they nude?
New addition.
Oh, new addition. Okay.
New addition was nude in your house?
Okay, excellent.
So, we were having, the foundation was poured, and there were these metal spikes that had stuck out, and there was, like, because it hadn't been filled in yet, and the spikes hadn't been clipped off.
Yeah.
There was this area that you could go down in and get, hang out and play, but we were told not to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Except we did, and then my friend cut her arm, and we just told the story that, a shovel fell down there, and we went down to get it. And everyone believed it for years until maybe a year or two ago. I think I told my mom what really happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
How'd that go over?
I mean, it was a bit ago. I think
statute of limitations expired on that one.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't supposed to be there. I felt so bad for my friend, but she continued the lie too. We had the lie. It was a hive mind.
It was
lie.
a hive mind.
It could have been it could have been a tetanus lie.
Right.
No, she went to the hospital because it was like no joke, like 3 or 4 inches, like long.
No, then they probably gave her a tetanus shot then too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We
were up to date on vaccinations back then.
Yeah. All right, so a little theme on this one. I don't know. The next one we're going to do. Who got stuck squeezing through a fence to get into school after hours? Why are they trying to get into school after hours? That's
Why?
To stay away
You're
from.
supposed to be getting out.
You had to squeeze through a fence to get out of school.
Right.
I don't think that's a school.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Maximum security
that
school.
one's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think the question is, who is the most dedicated person who would go
Cares
to
about that education so much.
who would go to that kind of length?
Okay, I feel like it's got to be Jerry because I feel
do you
like
see me squeezing through a fence?
Well,
I mean,
I'm
Jerry,
presuming
you're dedicated
you were
to
school
work,
age at the
and so I
time.
assume you, yeah.
As opposed to like some adult trying to squeeze through a fence to get into school.
Right.
No, I am
that's
the same
a different
size I was in
problem
high school.
completely
No.
that we need to.
No.
Yeah.
I am the same size I was in high school.
Jerry, but you're the only one of the 4 of us that I feel would be dedicated enough to school to go. Like, to be at school after hours. I mean, you're dedicated to... we're all dedicated to work, but I mean, you are really dedicated, and you love your job.
That's true.
So much.
I've just been winging it for 11 years.
No, I mean, I feel like Jerry's very dedicated, and he would go the extra lengths. But I could be wrong. It could be Pake.
It's like, I don't want to think that it can't be 3 in a row for Daphne, but there's part of me that's like, you are that kind
Jeff?
of... What?
Jeff, we didn't even have a fence at the schools I went to.
Okay. They
They
just
were
had a
free
moat.
range children. Yeah. Just free range students. No.
Oh my gosh.
All right, final guesses in for this one.
I'm gonna go Pake again.
All right.
You know what? I think I've got to go with Jerry.
Yeah.
Jeff?
No, I'm gonna go Jerry.
You're Jerry? Okay. Well, will the person who got stuck squeezing through a fence to get into school after hours make themselves known?
That would be me!
Jeff!
It was Jeff.
Oh my
There's a
gosh!
lot more to that story, and I like that Pake shortened it to that extent. Although the way that I worded it is actually kind of funnier. Whose mom tried to get him to break into school after hours?
Really?
Okay.
Why?
Okay, why? I gotta hear this.
Why, Jeff? You've got to tell us why.
Oh gosh, it was a school, but it was summer school at the time, and I had left, I think, a coat or something like that there, and my mom was very concerned that it was going to be gone the next day or whatever, and so we drove up to the school, and they had closed it off, fenced off the area there. And my mom said, I think you can squeeze through there. I think you can squeeze through that opening there. And I got about a leg in and got stuck. My mom had to go. And of course, it's after hours. There's nobody there. There's nobody around. And this is all like pre-cell phone days, And so my mom goes and finds some coach who's doing coaching a youth soccer or something like that to try and get him to help me get out.
Oh, Jeff.
Oh,
my gosh.
That's great.
Wonderful. So that is 3 points for Jeff.
You can't let me have this one, can you,
I'm not gonna
Jeff?
let you have any of them.
Why would he let you
All
have
right.
any of those?
I don't know. I was thinking I might win this one tonight, but
I'm
maybe
not going
not.
to let you have it. I'm not going to say, you know what, just give Daphne the win.
Aww.
All right, next secret. Who went on a cursing tirade after losing a kite?
Jerry. I mean,
Jerry.
who goes on a
Jerry
cursing
going on a cursing
tirade?
tirade?
Who goes on a cursing
I
tirade
just-
now when
I don't see it. I don't know.
when he doesn't succeed in a video game?
Yes. Yes.
That almost feels too easy to be Jerry. Too obvious.
I know.
Yeah, is somebody choosing that as theirs with the idea that it could be led to Jerry pretty easily, kind of assuming personality of another player to try to... Yeah.
No, I still think that could be a Pakeism.
I mean,
Really?
few people have seen me when I do get really angry about something that's a minor inconvenience.
I have heard an outtake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
After 4 years of podcasting, or almost 4.5 years of podcasting with Pake, yeah, I've heard it. But it has to be Jerry. Has to be Jerry.
Or it's Daphne again.
Could be. Could be. You don't know how
You
many.
think I would
said
fly
5 or more. Some people may have given me more than that, so who knows how many different secrets people have floating around in that old hat of mine. But all right, can we go ahead and get final guesses in for this one?
I'm going to go with Senor Pake on this one.
All right.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
All right, Jerry?
I'm gonna go Pake.
All right, Daphne?
Why?
You are.
You are. All right, Daphne.
All right,
what's your-
I'll go with Pake too.
You go with me? All right, will the person who went on a cursing tirade after losing their kite make themselves known?
Hi.
It was Jerry. See? I am not letting you guys talk me out of it again.
So this was last week.
Okay.
He was flying a kite.
So, I think I was 12 when I did this, and and at the time, it's like,
So this has been your
It's
MO
been-
for a long time.
exactly. No, only when I get really angry. No, but I was,
Jerry came out of the womb like, pinche umbilical cord.
exactly. Okay, but what happened is I had one of those. I remember we had these things called the black bat kites. So you just got a kite kit. We got one every spring because it just got torn up. Torn up with the spring winds. It's just one of those plastic ones. Got them in the 70s, and I always liked this. I always had these black bat kite. It had these orange eyes you put on it on either side. I tied everything up. Got it going, and I just brought it home. Took it outside. It was nice and windy. It went right up in the air, no problem. Let out about 1,000 feet of string, and I was reeling it in. and it was like, and then the wind was getting really strong, pulling it, and the damn thing snaps, and I see it just go. It's sailing miles. I wasn't going to go.
Some say that kite is still flying to this day.
Exactly. Oh, and I'm pretty sure it landed that day, but not anywhere near where a kid on a bike could go get it. So. Oh my god, I was livid. It's like I just fucking bought that damn thing. It was an entire 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
Oh no, dude, I got in. I was like more beat red than the movie cursing stuff. More beat red than that. And my dad looks at me and says, "You lost your kite, didn't you?" It's like, yeah, I lost my kite.
That's great.
He says, "I can see
3
it."
for Jerry.
That is 3 for Jerry. The 3-pointer's coming in strong tonight.
Yes.
I like that. All right. So the next one here. Who totaled their car the very first time they drove alone?
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
What's very interesting to me, because I feel like I know so much about you guys, and yet I don't know these things.
Yeah. Well, I did have to, I think we all did. We had to kind of go, okay, well, what are things that happen, especially like things that happened when we were kids kind of thing, that makes it a little easier, because we haven't talked about that as much. Their car.
Hopefully somebody's not driving alone in a car for the first time as a child.
That would be a good twist, though. That would be a good twist if it was like, kid got behind the wheel and backed it out of the driveway and totaled it or something like that. It was technically their first time driving alone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Nobody is immediately standing out to me as, like, a bad driver or anything like that.
You're like, how many accidents have people been in? Are people accident prone? Are they? I've only been in one, and it was not my fault.
I've been in a few.
I've been in 2.
I am going to go with Jeff on this one.
Oh, refusing to answer the question.
Yeah,
accidents.
that's interesting. Interesting strategy.
Let me see. 1, 2.
Uh-oh.
1.
She's using her other hand.
Oh, boy.
She's taking her socks off. She's using her toes.
I think I've been in 3. I think 3.
This year.
No.
All right, so final guesses on this one.
I'm going with Jeff.
You and Jeff? Daphne does, all right.
Going with Jeff.
Jeff, what do you think?
I'm really torn on this one. I'm gonna go with Pake.
Okay, and then Jerry?
I gotta go Daphne.
All right, throwing it all around. So, will the person who totaled their car the very first time they drove alone make themselves known?
That was me.
Oh, dang it.
I knew it.
It was a Chevy Corsica.
I knew it.
I had bought it for $2,700. And yeah, I had just gotten my license recently. And it was just one of those things that I drove my mom up to the store, dropped her off, and then was going to head over to the library to return some books. And the store parking lot, the exit / entrance from the parking lot, it's one of those ones where cars are coming both in and out of the same area. And because I was still getting used to, I guess, judging lines of sight or whatever, I was too far into the middle of this thing where the person who wanted to turn right to come in couldn't get in. And so they were sitting there waiting, and cars were backing up behind them because it's a little, 2-lane kind of thing. And I had checked to my right. There was nobody, but there is a blind curve there. So there was nobody. I looked to my left. I'm waiting to see if this guy's going to go. I realize he can't go. I start panicking, and I quickly take off. By that time, the car had come around the blind curve. and I saw them as I started to come out, and I immediately turned the wheel as hard as I could and stomped my foot down on the brake, except I didn't hit the brake.
Oh!
And I hit the accelerator and went right into the car that had been waiting to turn in, which was a big old van, and I hit the corner of their steel bumper. And the van had like a little bit of paint transfer on it, and my hood was crumpled in. It wasn't that bad of an accident, but it was just enough. Like I said, it was a $2,700 car. It was enough that it damaged like the engine block or whatever, and insurance was like, "We're just going to call that totaled." So yeah, that's how I started off my my time driving.
Yeah, hopefully it's all only been uphill from there.
I've gotten in one other moving accident, I think, very minor, and one or two like parking type accidents. But
yeah, there was one. It wasn't my fault where I got hit waiting at a stoplight, and this guy who had left the hospital early.
Oh, gosh,
had like dodged, clipped my back. Clipped me and broke the tail light, and this was on my Lexus, and then kind of just like scraped along my driver's side, and so that got fixed. And then like 2 months later, I got hit in the parking lot. Again, not my fault. And I go back to the same collision place, and the guy says, "Back again?" I was like, "Yeah, not my fault again."
All right, man. Next one. Who was almost drowned by someone until a bystander stepped in?
Wow. Drowned by someone. Not like almost drowned, but almost drowned by someone.
Yes. Who's out here making enemies? Who's got ops?
I'm going to go with Pake on this one.
Any particular reason?
Just a gut feeling.
Well, we can talk you out of it, don't worry.
No, I'm not letting you talk me out of anything ever again.
I don't know, you might really want to be talked out of this one. I don't know.
Oh, let's see here. I could see it happening to... Like, I could see it happening to any of us, honestly. Like, I feel like nobody, whoever it is, it's not going to surprise me.
I'm sick of this fucking podcast. I can't shut you up.
There's nobody that would say it's them where I'd go, that's impossible. I would never believe that. But I'm leaning towards Daphne for some reason, and it's just more gut than anything else.
You think people want to drown me?
I mean, yeah.
Great. I'm so happy that my close friends think that
you seem very drownable.
Wonderful. That is not...
I'm assuming whoever this happened to was a kid. You know?
I can't believe that you think I'm drownable.
I think everybody's drownable.
Yeah, typically. Yeah.
It's one of the tenets that I live my life by.
Yeah, and I'm thinking Pake on this one again. So.
Man, keep thinking of me.
Yeah.
All right, so final guess.
I'm going Daphne.
And then Jerry, you said you go me. Final guess. Daphne, same. All right. Will the person who was almost drowned by someone until a bystander stepped in make yourself known?
Glug, glug, glug.
Jerry! Oh my god! I feel like I'm learning so many things. He's gonna kick... Oh my god, and I didn't even consider you. I was like, it's gotta be Pake.
Okay, well, living out in the country, I didn't have access to a pool. Yeah, we didn't have one at home, and nor could we afford one at the time. So the city had a public pool where you pay I think it was $0.25 at the time. It was just like a city thing, and it was just enough to pay the people and volunteer lifeguards and such, and so it attracted all sorts. And so right now I wouldn't go to a public pool because it's just a big old vat of chowder. with disease chowder, as I call it. So, but this one guy with long hair, I want to say, if I remember right, I was 10 or 11 at the time. And this guy thought it would be fun, and he had long hair. Think the Billy and Stranger Things kind of long hair. And he's just drowning, and he's holding me underwater, and I'm like doing the struggling thing and waving my hands around, and we're standing near the edge of the pool, and this really big guy, I don't know if it might have been somebody's dad, but he was about the size of like maybe a phone booth, pulls the guy out of the water with like his left hand and just proceeds to just beat the living hell out of this guy. And he's screaming something like, don't you, he's like, how dare you pick on somebody, who's half your size, And it was
just one of those hey, this will be fun to drown a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun or make me struggle and think I'm drowning, just for the fun of it. I don't think he would actually done it.
Just enough to make you panic.
But in the eyes of the law, it's and so when the police were called, because they're going to do that, and the guy, and he has to, if he wants to press charges in this, if I wanted to press charges, like, I want to, but it's like, for this, but the kid wanted to press charges
on the man
on the man. So it's like, well, he wanted assault, and it's like, okay, well, if he does that, will you take the attempted murder charge? It's like, you want, and he said like Les Dance, and guy apologized and never showed, and he was banned from the pool.
Nice.
He said, I didn't mean it. It's like, well, don't fucking do it. And the guy got what he deserved.
How old was the guy?
He must have been in his 30s or 40s or so.
The one who was trying to drown you? Or?
Oh no, he was like 17.
Okay, yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
Schooler. Yeah. But the guy that saved me was easily 40 and the size of a phone booth. So.
All right, we're going to do 2 more. I think 8 is a good round.
What are we at right now, score-wise?
Scores right now. Daphne has 4, Jeff has 4, and Jerry has 6. So, again, we'll do 2 more, and I have a lot more left in here, so I think I'll hold on to these for round 2, because this has been really fun, so I think I will bring this back around.
Yeah.
All right, so next one is, who had a family of imaginary friends living in their sock drawer?
That is adorable, and I don't even care who did it. I just want to know the story behind it, because I think it's amazing. It makes me think of the Littlest cartoon from when I was a kid. Yeah.
That I smell Daphne all over this one.
Oh my god!
I don't with this one.
My imaginary friends would be living on a lobster boat. Okay. And did live on a lobster boat.
None of mine have actually come up yet, as much as I've been accused.
I know.
So. I don't know.
It could be Pake, but I feel like this is more Jerry.
Yeah, I think it could be Jerry.
Yeah, I'm smelling Daphne all over this one.
I feel like Jeff, he's protesting.
All right, so final guesses.
Jerry.
So, will the person who had a family of imaginary friends living in their sock drawer let themselves be known?
So their names were...
You're a brat.
Let's see. There was Slocky, Salami, Saglami.
I love
no idea. And for some reason, they were represented by this washcloth that, or like a little dish towel or something like that I kept in my sock drawer, and it like represented the fact that they were there or something like that. I don't know. I was 3, 4 years old, kind of thing.
Were you freaked out if it wasn't there?
No.
Like, were you upset? Did you worry about where they were? Were they in the washing machine drowning?
No, Slocky, come back.
Yeah. One of them was being drowned in the washing machine, so you stood up and grabbed the other sock and beat the shit out of it.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember it very well, other than it's a story more that my mom has told me. I remember bits of it, but it's more like a dream. Because I was very young, 3 or 4 probably. So yeah.
Oh wow!
But yeah,
I did have imaginary friends, and they did live on a lobster boat, and their names were Dean and Lori.
I love that they're such like serious names, and my names.
I know.
I've got a salami living in my sock drawer, and you've got a Dean and a Lori.
On a lobster boat. I mean, come on.
I had stuff like that when I was a kid. Like, never like imaginary friends that I held on to or like gave them names, but like very imaginative things that like would happen at night that I swear like I'm like asleep, but it was very vivid. And like, again, I was probably like 4 or 5, but it will always stand to me is like, the heffalumps, the colorful elephants and stuff from the Winnie the Pooh stuff.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I remember just laying in bed and them like coming out of my closet and dancing along the ceiling all the way across the room and out into the hall and into my parents' room and back into their closet, and like it was like a whole loop. It was.
It sounds like you watched Dumbo too many times.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, terrified the shit out of me, and I think every other kid.
It probably was something. It was like
that's Elephants on Parade kind of thing.
Dumbo was. That's probably what it really was. Was that? Yeah, it was like the elephants from Dumbo.
Oh, that sequence terrified. Yeah. It still terrifies me. It's one of the most terrifying sequences ever in any movie, child's or otherwise.
Yeah, and I watched Watership Down. All right.
Oh my God! Talk about traumatizing.
Last one. This could make or break the game.
Well, I've got 7. See. Jerry's got 6, and Daphne has 4. So. Still could.
Yeah.
You could tie and Jerry could win.
So last one for this edition of Buffalo's Dirty Laundry, because we're definitely going to keep going with all of these and get through at some point, but we don't have time to do them all tonight. So I've got a lot left. But last one for tonight. Who removed someone's registration tags from their car as a form of revenge?
Let's see, who do I know that would be vengeful other than Daphne? You just have to do that to get your
Why do you guys think that I would do
I have no idea.
Thing?
I wanted to get your reaction. I get a better reaction out of you than if I said it about someone else. So. Anything for the bit.
I smell Daphne all over
this.
You
need to stop smelling Daphne.
I know. Quit sniffing her on this podcast.
Oh my God.
You gotta leave that in.
If he's sniffing me, that means he's not snorting Italian seasoning anymore.
Oh, I ran out.
Completely?
No, okay. I didn't run out. No, I did not run out.
You had a large amount of that stuff.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's very mischievous, and I think really that I'm going to go with Pake on this one.
Could have done this.
Yeah, I'm all over Daphne on this one.
You did not be all over her and sniffing her at the same time.
It's really unsettling.
Figuratively.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, I am saying
all right,
Pake.
So yeah, final guesses for the last round of this.
I'm gonna say
edition.
Actually, I'm gonna say Jerry.
All right, you're switching it up.
Oh.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I still say Daphne.
I'm going with Pake.
All right. For the win, for the final points, who removed someone's registration tags from their car as a form of revenge?
Oh my
And that's why I switched to Jerry. I was not going to let him get 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, how did you...
Yeah, because he would have won without that.
It was more... No, it was more that as long as somebody said Jerry, you couldn't get 3 points.
Jerry cannot win.
Covering the point, just covering
the spread.
Right, would get a point. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I can't believe that you thought I carry like tools in my car to be able to do.
You only need a little knife.
Jerry, I do not. No, I would not do such.
Well, see, because my registration sticker goes on the inside of my windshield.
Yeah.
And this would not have worked
California
in Texas.
It would.
Yeah, California, you put them on your back license plate. One is the month of your registration, one's the year, and they're all and I saw, and this guy was like I was walking in a parking lot, he kind of like did the real close
God, was it that petty?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
found out he was he parked. He was drunk and he was yelling at me.
Okay, all right.
And he goes staggering into the store, and or it's some form of it's been a long time. I think it was like maybe 18 or 19 at the time. Goes staggering into the store, and I said, I'm gonna do the world a favor here. So I had a little itty bitty knife that I carry on my keys at the time. You just fold it out and I opened my mail with it, and so I opened it up, removed his registration sticker, so I knew he would get police around here pull people over like nobody's business for registration violations. And so, if you got pulled over and drunk...
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that he parked too close to you, and so you were...
Oh, no, I'm not that...
I'm going to teach this guy a lesson.
The best one I ever did, which was not... it didn't actually harm them at all, but it just made me feel good, and... it was this truck, this huge, F-750 kind of thing, that was parked in a parking garage and in a compact spot, of course, in a way that they were taking up 2 spots. And also, because they were in the corner, they were preventing the person who was parked 90 degrees from them from getting out. And I was like, I'm so tired of these people parking in these compact spots and this kind of thing. So I took a piece of paper and I wrote down on it, I said, you were parked like an idiot and I accidentally hit your truck, sorry. And just left it on his windshield. Just because I knew that the guy was going to come back and spend an hour looking at his truck trying to figure out where the damage was.
Nice one.
I can't even.
So at the end of the first ever Buffalo Dirty Laundry, final scores of the tonight: Daphne with 4, Jerry with 6, and our winner tonight, Jeff, with 8 points.
Dang it!
Yeah. See, without that last second switch,
wouldn't have switched it. Yeah.
Yeah. I almost thought I had it.
Yeah.
I had the poker face.
No, it was good. There was nothing about it necessarily that gave you away. Again, I really didn't think
it was
really
a
didn't think it was Daphne.
Measure.
That's I really didn't think it was Daphne. But yeah, it was more just it's either Pake or Jerry, and it makes more sense for me to go with Jerry.
Yeah, because me getting a point was not going to hurt you. Jerry getting 3 points was going to sink you. Yeah. I never did such a thing, but my dad did do something funny once. Well, he did a lot of funny things, but one of the
he did something funny once, and only once.
No.
And he was very serious from then on.
No. My dad was a big NASCAR fan, and in the local restaurant where people would hang out after they got back from hauling traps, they would, fishermen would gather and talk about all sorts of things. Well, there was one guy that was a NASCAR fan, but he wasn't a Dale Earnhardt fan. And so my dad...
He was a Jeff Gordon fan, wasn't he?
Put aside... I don't know. I don't even remember, but my
dad would have fit in real well down here in Texas, because in Dale we trust.
Yeah. So my dad knew that he didn't like Dale, put on his passenger side this sign with a number 3. So the guy didn't see it, and he drove all over town.
Love it. That's awesome.
Oh, that is so damn good.
Yep,
I love it.
And so, my dad did that. And that, he was very proud of it. And I'm very proud of him for doing such a thing, because I think it's funny. It's
my brother's neighbor once changed out my brother's flag supporting his alma mater for the rival flag. Which would get you killed if you were in Alabama, but
yeah.
Yeah. It's, So, Jerry, you said we had some feedback?
Oh, we do have some feedback.
Okay.
These were all from the same listener. Their name is Levi Dylan Burzlav Lewitt.
Yeah.
Levi! Yes!
They are amazing.
They are amazing.
Mm-hmm. This one is on episode 16, titled The Differences in the Mushrooms. And I think this is when you were had your cold, Daphne. And
yes.
It reads, Daphne sounds like she is drunk or high in this episode, and I am loving it. With a lot of O's.
I was sick. I was probably sick. That was probably when I was actually sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was stuck with the nasal thing for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah, and then Levi also commented on episode 17. This reads, I thought I was taking shrooms listening because the wrong answers only game had me doing so many head turns due to not being able to tell what was real and what was funny.
The best part about that game was that Daphne spent the first 5 minutes arguing for truth.
Yeah.
Until she finally was like, oh wait, yeah, right, I need to do everything wrong.
I don't do that. I've never been wrong in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, I have been wrong. Oh my gosh. You painted so the listeners think that I'm this person who's perfect and never gets anything wrong, and that's not the case at all.
Yeah, and
clearly not.
We have
After tonight's game with the lowest score.
Thank you so much for kicking me in the stomach.
Right.
So much.
You're welcome.
Good job.
Anytime.
Okay. And then we have on episode 18 a very punchy episode. He said, Levi writes, Daphne's going to hate me for this, but I don't play any video games, and I managed to guess all the answers correctly in her game, so make the game harder next time.
I thought it was plenty hard because you were so exact in some of your things. And some of them were very vague.
Thank you,
Some
Levi.
of them were very vague.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Levi. I will make it super hard next time.
Okay. And the last one I found, also from Levi, on our Galveston episode, it just slides right out. It says, I've been waiting for this for the past 20 episodes, and it did not disappoint. It's amazing because I could tell no difference between your in-person versus Zoom call episodes, and that is how foundational your friendships are. Aww, great job to
very
all.
Sweet.
Thank you, Levi. That's very nice.
That is incredibly
The main difference between being on
much,
Zoom and being live is that Daphne can't.
The echo.
The echo was definitely significant.
Yeah. Well, plus, Jamie was there, Sam was there.
Yeah, we got Sam.
That was, I had to take another listen to that today. And is it just, right when we started the game, just like...
Jamie's reaction to that was great, too, because she was just like, you guys have a mouse in here.
Yeah.
It was very calm, very by the way.
Yeah, that's our friend.
I just remember when Pake noticed the mouse, and you could see him. He was sitting on the couch, and he was just
everybody?
looking.
Yeah. Do I want to ruin everybody's evening? Jeff, you were saying something about...
Oh, yeah, the actual difference is that Daphne can't, shut us off. Can't turn away from us when we're harassing her. It's like she's stuck with us. There's no escape, yes.
Is what you're saying.
Absolutely no escape.
Yeah, exactly. There was no escape. But honestly, it was amazing. I wish we could do it more often.
Mm-hmm.
It was just great to be able to feed off energy in person.
Like an energy vampire.
Oh, man. Well, if you like what you've heard, you can find us at buffalobuffalopodcast.com. We are on Facebook and Instagram at Buffalo Buffalo Podcast.
And that's it.
Until next time.
It's Buffalo, 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 yeah!
Bye, Bye, son.